So you want to manifest faster with the law of attraction. You've come to the right place. Now, I'm not going to get into a spiel of the processes that you should do and the meditations and the visualizations and the writings and all that. That's been talked about left and right, up and down, side to side. What we're going to talk about on how to manifest faster is understanding the importance of emotion and how emotion is the key to that manifestation. So, why should you listen to me? Well, I overcame cancer twice before understanding the law of attraction, while also using these principles in the midst of that. I am walking and running on a hip that I should have had replaced 14 years ago. And to top it all off, I married the woman of my dreams. I manifested the woman of my dreams. So I guess I'm kind of an expert in this stuff. But anyways, let's not chit-chat too much, folks. Let's talk about the gist of it. So, emotion. You've come here, you understand the law of attraction, you understand that the law of attraction is taught by Abraham Hicks, which we all have come to know and love so dearly, is step one, we ask. Now, asking is our unconscious behavior that arises as a result of contrast. So as soon as we experience a bad condition, we ask for a better one. That's our asking. Step one. Step two, the universe answers. The universe, our inner being, our source, immediately expands and becomes that which we are asking. That's step two, right? So that's not up to us. That's the universe, that's God, that's our inner being, that's our higher self, taking care of their part. Now, step three, that is our part. That's where we get to have fun with this, and that is the receiving aspect. Now, the receiving aspect is purely only how we can get ourselves into the state of already having achieved whatever it is we're desiring. So if it's wanting to be with the partner, our dream partner, it's putting ourselves into that space. Whether it's wanting to be healthy, visualizing, imagining ourselves already healthy in whatever ailment we've got. Money, house, whatever it is, that's how we receive it, is by placing ourselves into that space of already having it. Now, the emotions, this is what I wanted to talk about today with you guys. The emotions are by far the secret sauce to the recipe. Now, we already know, if you've studied Abraham Hicks' teachings or many law of attraction teachers, they talk about, look at me including myself, they talk about the emotional guidance system. So understanding the relationship between the thoughts that we think or the words that we say and the emotion that arises, and understanding what that actually means. And why this is important to the step three receiving stage is because when we are in a specific vibrational frequency, we are attracting, right? I'm in a vibrational frequency of having my perfect partner, even though I'm single. But I'm in that vibrational frequency. What happens? That partner comes to me. So the emotions are our frequency range, right? The thoughts are and the emotions are interrelated when it comes to the manifestational power, right? I need the thought, I need the emotion, and as Greg Braden would say, the thought and the emotion when married becomes the feeling. I love that from Greg Braden. The thought and the emotion when they become married become the feeling. And the feeling is where we truly begin to manifest whatever it is we desire. So I'm talking a lot, I'm trying to get it in. But the emotions, we have to understand where we are in our emotional state every day. Why? As much as we can. Why? Because trying to control our thoughts all day long is going to truly make us insane. It'll make you crazy. Trust me. Most of us already know that who are watching that. But the emotion is a more general gauge of what I am attracting into my experience. What things, whether they be good or bad, are about to come in. It's my alert sensor. It's as Abraham Hicks would say, it's your GPS system. Right? It's your manifestational GPS system. Oh, you're going to the left. Beep, 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 beep. Go to the right. Turn right. Turn right. Turn right. So the emotions are not just these things that arise. I'm noticing so many of us right now in this time, December 7th, 2020, we're so emotionally flustered from all of the external stimuli that are coming in on us. And if you can hear through this microphone something, a weird noise, it's Caesar licking his paws over there in the corner. So, sorry if you hear that. Anyways, we are so flustered with all the incoming stimuli, right? All the external circumstances of the world, the coronavirus, the presidential debates, across the world, just tons of racial issues, constant overloading of our nervous systems. And when we're constantly getting that external stimuli, voices of others, opinions of others, the news, the people you work with, whoever just constantly berating you with that information, and we begin to play along, and our emotions begin to get angry, frustrated, pessimistic, fearful. It's because, here's what I really wanted to say, what we are thinking in that moment is no longer in alignment with what our inner being, our higher self, our God self, source, is thinking about that same situation in that moment. It's in disharmony. And so when we're aware of our emotions, the things that we're wanting begin to show up. Or they don't if we don't consciously choose to redirect them. I'll give you my example really quickly. I started going down the conspiracy theory rabbit hole really, really deep when all this hit in March. Was feeling out of power, out of control, and still trying to find balance and all that, yitty. And just going away from my inner knowing, away from my own intuitive guidance, right? My GPS system was going, you're going down the wrong path, because I was getting more pessimistic, more annoyed, more frustrated, more angry because I wanted to rise up and fight. And what happened? In May, at the end of May, my body stopped producing testosterone. Possibly because of the radiation I experienced at 16 when I was going through my bone marrow transplant. However, I had made it 16 to 33, 17 years in a fairly normal range of testosterone, feeling good, feeling happy, feeling light and energetic. And then all of a sudden, this 3-month rabbit hole I allowed myself to go down, feeling fearful, angry, out of control, pessimistic, annoyed. My alarm system was going off for 3 months, going, go the other way, go the other way, go the other way. But as Abraham Hicks would say, you are so free, we are so free. I was so free that I could choose bondage. Right? I'm so free that I could choose bondage in my own mind. Nothing was binding me on the outside. It was my own mind, my own thinking processes. So the emotions are our GPS system telling us you're not going to like what you see when you get there, or you're really going to like what you see when you get there, right? Now, how that really people are going to ask, like, we know that. I could go on for years and hours about talking about our emotions, but how do we know, what is right and wrong? My GPS system is a little skewed. And I would respond with, it's going to take some practice and time. It's going to take some repatterning and conditioning in our own thought processes to understand what's right for us. Meaning, if you've been an abused child and you were taught that this abuse equates with love, that's going to take some time You could go to a therapist. It could just be through meditation that you do that. It could be through all types of ways, energy healers, whatever. But really, it's going to require your self-assessment of your own thought processes and the repatterning in your own being of what like love actually means. Now, if you've not been through something traumatic like that and you feel like you've been a pretty normal individual and you know what's right or wrong, what it requires now is just determination. That there's no easy fix for it. It's just going to require you to have those internal conversations again and again and again and again and again and again, all day long, every day, until you begin to recognize that every thought that I think, there's an emotion associated with it, every single one. And if there's a lot of desire behind that thought, I'm either going to have a big emotional response one way or the other way. If I don't care about it, I'm going to have a very low emotional response. Like if your brother or sister or mother or father called you and said, little Susie, little Joey, I just wanted to call you and tell you that I'm never going to talk to you again. Because you have so much love for that person, you have so much energy going towards that person. As soon as they, say something that goes totally against your inner knowing, like, why? You don't love me anymore, right? You start having these thoughts. They don't love me. They think I'm stupid. You have this big emotional response. But if somebody you never knew, like Abraham Hicks says, calls you on the phone and says, hello, Joey, little Susie, you don't know me, but I just called you to let you know that I won't be calling you or ever talking to you again. You say, all right, BZ, peace. You don't care. So you have no energy. You have no energy behind that relationship. You don't care. It's gonna brush off your shoulders. But when we can begin to practice on a daily basis, I'm thinking a thought about something that I really, really, really want, and I feel bad when I think about it. That is our indication from our emotional guidance system, the power of our emotions and our thoughts becoming feelings, that I'm creating something, I'm beginning to move energy in a way that I do not want it to. When I'm thinking about something that I do want and I'm playing with it and I'm thinking, oh, wouldn't it be nice if I had, I don't know, what do you want? A diamond ring. Wouldn't it be nice if I had a diamond ring that my boyfriend gave me? It was so nice. And he got down on his knee and he did this real special thing for me and blah, blah, blah. And you're putting yourself in your place of feeling it. And you're actually feeling that emotion with the thought. You're marrying it and it becomes a feeling. You are in that process of manifesting that sought after desire. So that's how you manifest faster. That is how you manifest faster, more quickly, is by over time understanding the relationship between your thought and the emotion that arises. And understanding the emotion is that primary energy pulling force. Abraham Hicks would say thought, and who am I to disagree with a non-physical entity? In my experience, the thought gives rise to the emotion. The emotion is telling us where we are in relationship to what we want to be. And when we marry the two, when we can have the clear intention with the powerful emotion together, that feeling place of already being there is when it tends to show up. That's at least for me what I've experienced, especially with my healings, multiple healings, my perfect partner, Shauna. Everything about my life when I really intend it that way. So it will take some time. It will take a lot of practice. But to manifest faster with that is just purely understanding the relationship between thought and emotion, how to get into the feeling place, right? The marrying of those two, having the thought and emotion in that positive place or in that feeling state of already being there. And then it's going to show up real fast. And there's the process that you can do with that are visualization, journaling, writing it out, like pretending, really imagination is everything. So using the imagination, all types of stuff. Look up Abraham Hicks' Ask in his Given book. They have plenty of 25 processes in there, I think, of ways to do it, but find what works best for you. For me, it's always been visualization, writing it out, and that's really what worked for me. and then just playing it over in my mind again and again and again. So emotion, that's the key to manifesting quicker with the law of attraction is understanding your emotion. It's not there to torture you, to torture any of us. It's there purely so that we can understand if where we are moving is in relationship to what we were wanting or away from what we were wanting. I've been doing it the opposite way the whole time. So away from what we're doing or towards what we're, no, towards what we're doing or away from what we're doing. So you just have to find, you don't have to find anything. You have to cultivate that within yourself. You have emotions, you know you have emotions. It's just about practicing the thought and playing games with your thought. Oh, let's see what it feels like to have my perfect partner and really put your place. And oh, it feels good. And then I think the other way. Well, I don't have it. Blah, blah, blah. You know, noticing the relationship between the thoughts and the emotions that arise. Once you can hone in on that, and you understand your emotional guidance system, and you develop that feeling place again and again and again and again, you'll have it like that. Trust me. I promise you, 100%. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys. If you have any comments, if you have any fun stories, comment below. Subscribe to this channel and like it. Okay. Love you guys. Talk to you next time. Bye.